How's it going, boys? My name is Schlatt, and welcome back to Inbox, the show that's about being scared of leaving the house and staying away from everybody you love. I went to the grocery store yesterday, and it was one of the scariest experiences of my life. Everybody was wearing a mask. I felt like I was about to get operated on, actually. And so I got my meat, I got my combos, my Hot Pockets, and I ran the fuck out of there. Let's get started. We got two questions that actually really resonated with me this week. Hey Schlatt, how are you doing? I'm a sophomore in high school, and I feel it's hard to do my best when everyone around me is better. I'm in all honors classes, but I have a friend group who are the smartest kids in the school / I have ever met. They're in AP classes, which are college level courses, and they have no problem. I met them through, don't make fun of me, science club. And the thing is that there are kids who are in APs in my grade, even in freshman year. I feel like everybody is 10 steps ahead of me, and no matter what I do, I can't be on their level. My friends get into high-level colleges, one even Harvard, and I just feel inadequate. I never was the smart kid, but after I moved, I just was, and it's hard getting achievement out of that because there's always someone at the finish line. I love my smart friends, as I dub them, and they treat me great, but I get like this feeling of anxiety every time I ask them a question because I know I'll seem like a kid to them, and I don't want that. I take inspiration from my friends, and some of them are role models for me. Anyway, Schlatt, I love you, and thank you if you read all this. I guess I want your opinion, and if you ever found / find yourself in this situation. I read this letter, and I don't see a single problem here. I mean, you're a high school sophomore. You're in high-level courses, honors courses, which means you're already smart, and all the people around you in your life are also smart. This is like a perfect scenario, dude. My parents would always worry about me surrounding myself with like the wrong people and getting in with the wrong crowd. I'm sure you've heard that term before, but it's really important who you surround yourself with, right? And you've got a head start in that everybody around you is a good influence on you. The people you hang out in high school should not drag you down and leave you worse off than you were. They should lift you up. They should be helping you with stuff. And surrounding yourself with the right people is how you're going to succeed in life, regardless of what field you're in, regardless of where you are. It's just that's what the case is. And you've got a head start here. I don't want you to feel inadequate here. And I'm not saying this to demotivate you, but there is always going to be someone at the finish line. There just always will be. Jeff Bezos, you know how much money he's worth? $100 billion. $100 billion. Widen the scope a little bit beyond the school that you used to go to, I guess, where you might have been at the top of the class. There's always going to be someone putting in the hours to beat you at your own game. It happens every field, in every school, on YouTube every day, right? I'm never going to get to 100 million subscribers. And there's someone who has less subscribers than me that is working harder than I am, and he probably will beat me at some point, right? That's how I see this situation. My high school experience was very similar to yours in that all of the friends I made in high school came from, and you said don't make fun of me because of this, I met them at the science club. I met all my friends at the computer club. The people I went to school with were way smarter than I am. And I asked them today in our group chat, like, what did you get on the SAT? I got a 1410 on the SAT. That was the lowest score in the group chat. And these are the people I'm still talking to today. One of my friends goes to Harvard, all right? There's nothing bad about that. That's something you should be proud of, man. You're surrounding yourself with the right people, and I don't see a problem here. And I don't think you should be afraid to ask those questions because, you know, once I got over the fact that, hey, I'm not at the top of my class anymore. This isn't middle school. This is high school, and I'm around a bunch of brilliant people. Once I realized that, once I swallowed that pill, I guess, and once I started asking questions and staying late after school to get help from friends and teachers, etc., things got a lot easier. And my mindset improved because of it. So, my friend, you are in no problem here. I don't see anything wrong with your situation. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Let's move to the next question. Schlattman, I'm not going to lie to you. This probably won't make any sense since it's late, and I'm very bad at explaining my thoughts, but here goes. I think I'm a bad person. I mean, I'm a bully, and I have no idea how to be nice to other people. I always find myself making fun of other people, or generally just being annoying. I don't know why I do it. I always feel bad about it afterwards, but I still do it. No matter how many times I tell myself that I need to just be kind, no matter how many times I look at myself in the mirror and tell myself that today is the day I will be a better man, I always end up getting laughs at other people's expense. I upset or alienate all the people around me, and I just can't change. And even though I do feel bad about it afterwards, does any of that even matter if I just end up being mean to everyone the next day? Sometimes it feels like my friends don't even like me, but they hang around with me out of fear of being bullied by me. There are some people in the past that I've relentlessly harassed and made fun of that have called up my friends in tears asking me to stop. And even though I feel really, really bad about that, I still find myself doing the same things over and over. I want that to stop before I actually hurt someone. I'm afraid that one day I'll take it too far and I won't stop until I've done permanent damage to someone or worse. Is it possible for me to change, or is this just who I am? I went into a new high school. I didn't know anybody in 9th grade, and I had to start fresh, basically. And I had every chance in the world to build myself up into who I wanted to be, right? Into the ideal vision of who I am and who I should be. I had every chance in the world to do it. And it turns out I took a pretty similar path that you took. I was a very cynical kid. I'd make jokes at other people's expenses a lot of the time. And I didn't even realize I was doing it or the extent I was doing it or how it made other people feel until a year later in 10th grade when, we were just sitting at the lunch table. And I guess I said something, and one of my friends, who I considered one of my better friends at the time, said to me, "I fucking hate you." And he said it in a way where I didn't really know if it was a joke or not. And there was kind of like a smile on his face, but it was, it wasn't immediately clear, whether it was serious or not. And the fact that I couldn't tell was a wake-up call for me, in that I didn't know that was even, a thing that anybody thought. And it was that kick in the ass that got me thinking about the way I acted and the way I joked with people. And I'm not saying I fixed myself, right? I'm saying that it took that realization to eventually start taking steps to fix it. And you've made that realization too. So there's no reason now that you can't build yourself up to be a better man. There isn't. There isn't a reason. You recognize the problem, fix it. All right. There's still, of course, there's still going to be moments when you slip up, when you step over the line, and that's fine, right? As long as you realize when you do it and rectify the situation afterwards. And look, try talking to your friends if this is really, if this is really eating you up. Talk to them and say that, hey, I'm kind of a dick, right? I realize that, and it's something I'm going to try and work on. But if you say that, you better fucking hold yourself to it, right? They better hold you to it. I'm not saying you got to go around town flogging yourself in the public square wearing one of those plague doctor masks, but see where you screwed up. Try and fix the situation, if for no other reason than just to make yourself feel somewhat less bad about it. Because what's probably holding you back from making these changes that you want is how bad you feel. Take the steps that are going to get yourself into a better mindset and just work on yourself. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys coming down in the quarantine times to enjoy this kind of content. If you have any advice for any of these guys, any of the questions that are that were asked today, what steps did you take to solve the problem if one of these questions resonates with you? I'd love to hear it, and I'm sure it would help a lot of people out. So yeah, thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.